Hello, how's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. I hope everyone is doing well. By the grace, we're gonna talk about mixed messages. hmm When it comes to relationships, a lot of people don't realize, we are all responsible for our own images, what we create, what we want people to believe, how we perceive things, you know, um, how we understand things, the willingness in us, right? So sometimes some people don't get it when you're trying to like have them understand where you're coming from. We do have some family members, friends, and people in general, uh, public opinion. Some people live their life, they make decisions based on what other people feels about them or other people would think, so they do things and get themselves in relationship and situation to feel accepted. I mean, that kind of life is living in illusion, right? Um, Hello. So most times, it's best for people to have clear understanding what it is that what their goal is, short and long term goal, what will benefit you, how best can you survive situations after situations. So you have to figure that out on your own. Sometimes you can be very much in love with someone you met on social media or in real life, but the person's lifestyle, constant demands, attitudes towards certain people, their disrespect, rudeness, being ignorant, lacking of knowledge, refusal to learn, being considerate of other people's opinion, being considerate of you, the unwillingness to compromise in situations and circumstances, uh, being faithful to themselves and to you as a person that they claim that they have feelings for or care for, um, as to whether or not they have understanding and willing to learn something new, right? Disregarding of your needs and their dishonesty, manipulations, lies, as to whether or not they're abusive, having abusive treatment, um, indifferences, also having indifferences which can prevent the two of you to be together, right? There could also be secret obstacles standing between some couples having to take the next steps. Um, to either, get married, make it public, let people know that you are together now, and as to whether or not you're going to be getting married in the future, right? Having a romantic partner who understands you, treats you like a king or a queen, who cares for you, spends some quality time with you, whenever necessary, laugh together, laugh at each other, have effective open communication, loving you as you are without wanting to change the person that you are, and giving you the opportunity for you to work on yourself and change at your own time, at your own pace, instead of pushing things on you. Someone who will tell you what um, you want to hear, right? Sometimes you have to be cautious of that because some people can be very manipulative. So if they know the person that you are, they will tell you things that they think you want to hear. So you will not be able to recognize any yellow flags enough to go to red flags, right? to identify red flags. Um, but when you meet someone that you have a chemistry with, chemistry can be like, you guys having things in common, having the same sense of humor, uh, being very understanding, loving, caring, and so forth. But that can also, change. But whenever two couples, as much chemistry that the two of you have, or as much that you like each other, or you have grown to love each other, if there's a third person in a relationship, that is definitely a recipe for a disaster. Trust me, trust and believe. What happens is that at times people will be like, it's okay, we don't have to like really worry about things, or um pay attention to this person. This person is my friend forever, or a family member. Like when you when couples allow other parties, a third person or other parties to enter their relationships, it is a recipe for a disaster, because you don't know what that third party is in your relationship for. Hello, how's everybody doing? You don't know why they're in there for. So you have to be mindful that not everybody closer to you or close to you wants the best for you. We do have people who normally will get close to you to destroy you, or to make things difficult for you, or to disrupt whatever good relationship or good lifestyle you're living in, right? Some people, they envious even your facial, the face that you have, your tone of voice, um, your character, um, the friends that you have, and people attitude towards you can trigger someone to not like you overall, which is something that happens a lot. And it's not just among Africans or among black, or like, it's all over. Even on social media, one can develop a good relationship, or a negative relationship, a poor relationship on social media, because some people may not like you because of who you are, your personality in general. But do not change for people. Brother Nicholas, Apomo Etisane, or is it Nicholas? I know like different countries pronounce it differently, right? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well by the grace. It's good to see you. So, like, relationship, mixed messages is something that happens in relate when you first start dating, the information that will be given to you. I mean, a lot of people, they kind of like stretch the truth, or they lie or say things that is never true, just to get you to for them to build a relationship with you. Why is this here? Okay, let me just, okay, okay. So they will say whatever, and sometimes I have some male friends who has said that most women do not want to hear the truth. Why is that? Why don't we want to hear the truth? Is there a reason? Because some people might be feeling lonely. They're racing against time because of their age. Some people want to have children. Others, they just want to copy what others have, right? I mean, like, when you are original, nobody can copy you. People can copy you, but they can never be you, right? You're always going to be a unique person. So it's like sometimes you have people who does things and you be like, okay, why is this person doing that? What have I done to the person? It's not you per se. They're the one who has the problem. It's not you. It's never been you. So just live your life as you want, you see fit. Be happy, enjoy your life, do the things that gives you peace of mind. Don't listen to what others have to say about you. You are your own person. You can accomplish whatever it is that you put your mind into. Um, Life is complex, right? We can't we You can't get up today and let the 24 hours go by. It's going to go by on its own. You can't change that. You can't stop time. You can't freeze time. You just have to keep pressing forward. So things that you do today, if you were unable to accomplish something that you meant to do, just press forward, right? You have tomorrow to do it all over again. And don't be sad or feel that you have failed if you are not able to accomplish a lot of things, right? Don't be afraid to start over. Starting over, sometimes some of us, we resetting your life or situation or decision that you have made is quite okay. You can start over. There's nothing wrong with that. And that is not a failure. It means that you are determined, willing, take risk, stepping outside your comfort zone. So do your very best, don't allow other people to take your power away and make decisions for you and tell you what you can do or cannot do. Life is not about them, it's about you. How do you see your life? How do you want your life to be? What are some of the things that will make you happy? I mean, everything starts with self. No matter what circumstances, situation, how you were raised, what other things of you, how you think of you. What is your perception of you? Do you like yourself overall? Like how you look, how you talk, how you walk? Your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your lips, everything about you. You have to be receptive to you, right? Not what others think, because they don't have any saying in your lifetime decision. But if you give them the opportunity, of course, people will tell you what you can do, what to do, and what not to do, which is bad. There are couples who will have instant chemistry when they meet for the first time, right? Because they have things in common. Whereas there will be others, when they first meet, there is no chemistry. They don't like each other, like they don't have any feelings towards each other, and so forth. Um, I remember, oh my gosh, if someone has told me in 2022, like, oh Lord, almost, well, 18 years, 19 years ago, if I would be married to my husband, I would have laughed in the person's face, be like, "Psst, you're right. You bugging." That's what I would have said, because my husband is not someone that, I plan and picture will be my husband. He has the height, the look, of course, but my plans did not involve him, because my first meeting with him was through a mutual family friend, because we are friends with his father's younger brother. It was because of his father's younger brother that I even met with him in the first place, because I didn't know him. And I went to welcome him when he came to US. Got him a couple of present, like two sweaters, or was it three sweaters? Like I did get him some sweaters. And that's my ritual. Like if I know someone, I meet someone through a mutual friend that I'm very close to, if I go over to like meet with them and greet the person or welcome the person, I will naturally get a gift for the person. So I did get him a couple sweaters, nice ones I picked also. But my intention was so innocent. It wasn't there was anything behind, because at the time I was in a relationship with someone else. So I wasn't thinking of, in the future being involved with my husband and stuff like that. But the story would change. The story would change at some point. Like sometimes things happen, not by your will, but by God's will. I truly believe in that. So it was my first meeting with him. It was just friendly visit. I stayed there. We talked for a while, welcomed him. At some point, I left. I went home. I just move on, go to work, do whatsoever. I didn't know then that the person that I was with, the relationship was going to end at some point. Um, but as time went on, the person that I was with, cheated on me, got the other person pregnant. So that was the end of the relationship. We were not married. We were not committed to each other to that extent. Um, I mean, from my perspective, that's where we were. But through his action, obviously not. So I chose to walk away from that relationship. I broke it off. Yes. Because I'm not going to be somebody's sex object, or toy in many ways, because we do have some men, who will be with certain women just to have sex, or like, the person is fun to party with while they're looking for someone that they want to settle down with. It was a blow for me, you know, being in a relationship and being committed to the person and thinking that the person have the same feelings towards you, but then you find out that that's not the case. It's not easy. Oh my goodness, Bishop, you here? And I didn't see you. How are you? Big ups to Adwoa. Big ups to you as well. How you doing, Bishop? So, as I was saying, it was a big blow to me. I mean, can you imagine when you with someone and the person sends you or give you the notion of mixed messages? They act like they care for you, they love you, they want to have a long term relationship that will build into something in time, and you give your all, you give your heart to the person, and then you find out something else, right? um, oh, thank you. Wow. Amen and amen and amen to that. Thank you, Bish. So you give your heart to the person, um, you open your heart, you think well of the person, you try to support in any ways, every ways. You don't try to stress the person, you give the person their space, you don't try to suffocate the person. in the relationship, right? Because like you haven't made any promise to each other. And that's where sometimes some women go wrong, because a lot of women go into relationship in hopes of being married to the guy, you know. And I'm speaking from experience, you know, my ex before my husband, my hope was for us to settle. um, I wasn't thinking of going in there, um, being sexually active with the person and then move on. No, because I personally, from childhood to now, did not want to have too many multiple partners, you know. And I stuck to that because I do not want to stay myself, because sleeping with someone is not just having sex, you know. You bond with the person some way somehow. So can you imagine people who have sex with 50 people, 100 people, those who have a general, you know, counting how many women they're going to sleep with, how many men they're going to sleep with? I mean, that is sick. You know, it's not normal for anyone to count the amount of people that they will sleep with, and they are like proud of being with that many people. It's just ridiculous. And um, we all different, you know. If that's what makes them happy, that's fine with me. I can tell them what to do. It's their life, it's their choices. I mean, let them do whatever. But for me, I care for my body. I cannot find myself being dating. I never went around my partners, because once I'm with you, I'm with you. However, if you cross me and you break our trust, I'm done. Done, 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 done. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I'm not going to, you know, say, okay, I will forgive you, but forgiving someone does not mean say you need to stay with the person. No, you can move on and do what makes you happy, right? What your heart desire is something that is not important, but it also give you a sense of rush, right? So most people kind of like settle with their desires, and they never take the next steps in developing into focusing on their needs, because needs should be the long-term goal, something that will be there for you forever, right? I know keeping my body hydrated will make me stay alive for a long time. If I am dehydrated, I can die from that, and so would anybody else. So, water is something, because our body is full of water, right? It's somebody that is a need. It's necessary for you to consume water. Is it necessary for us to have sex? No, because if we don't have sex, that will not kill us. It's something to satisfy our our desires. And when you have a partner who knows what they're doing, they can satisfy you to the full extent, right? If you're with someone who does not know what they're doing, brother man, welcome, then you're in trouble. So sometimes some people focus too much on the sex in a relationship and in marriages, but sex alone without doing other coping skill, working, having your personal time, um, being able to rest, taking time off, going for walk, exercising, so many other ways. Because having sex all the time without working, right, will not put food on your table. You would die of hunger. So it's like there are some things that are not necessary, right? We do have married couples who will complain about their partner is not satisfying them because they're not having as much sex as they used to when they were in a relationship. Keep in mind, being in a relationship and being in a marriage or being in a relationship that would develop into um, getting married or being in a marriage are two different things, because in relationship you don't see each other all the time, waking up in the morning on the same bed with the person. um, some couples have always been in their honeymoon from beginning to their current time because they enjoy being with each other. They have better understanding. They talk with each other. They use their active listening. Um, there is no perfect relationship. There is no perfect marriages. There's no perfect person. No one is perfect in this world. If anybody tells you that, that's a lie. Yep, it's a big fat lie. But our imperfections should allow us to continue to grow and develop, right? That's something that is natural. It can be done with due time. If we want our Prince Charming, we need to create our Prince Charming with honesty, loyalty, commitment, being faithful, being respectful to your partner, being supportive, learning to compromise in some instances, um, also being exercising patience, right? Loving yourself, caring for yourself, doing self-assessment, having self-value, self-discipline, being able to care for you, right? Build your self-confidence. Do everything that you expecting your partner to do for you, because one cannot produce what they do not have. If I don't know, I don't have love for myself, or you don't have love for yourself, how are you expecting someone to love you when you yourself do not have that love for yourself? Self everything is the key to success in everything that you do. You need to focus on self. We need to stop pointing our fingers at other people, blaming people for our own mistakes or our own action. Okay, if we did not get great outbringing, what is stopping you now from doing that? You stopping yourself. So most times people have a tendency to blame. It's easier to blame other people for your problems because you also going to have some empty-headed people who is going to support your nonsense and foolishness. Enable that. So we need to hold ourselves accountable for our own actions. When you do something wrong, you apologize, you identify the problem, you work on the problem, and do better next time. Don't try, you do better next time because you have to grow. You can't be the same way that you were yesterday, and by you expecting your partner to be different from you. You doing the same old thing, being conniving, right? Lying through your teeth, cheating your partner, taking advices from people who are not even like, professional, listening to foolish fools to do things because society accepts you. So you just going to roll with it, right? You go where the wind blows. You don't have your own solid, you have not built your own foundation. People have to build your foundations for you, right? So going back to my story, so this person, not only did he cheat, he got the other person pregnant. So obviously, I wasn't the one for him. I gave my all, but sometimes you can give your all and still be mistreated, all right, or will not get love back. The worst thing a woman or a man can really go through is when they open their heart to someone, love someone, and the person throws their love back in their face, they reject it. Yet they pretend that they care for them, and meanwhile, behind closed door, they laughing at them like they stupid. Love can make people do so many crazy things, but people needs to open their eyes. So walking away in the beginning, I was heartbroken. I wasn't strong. The things that I know now, I didn't know even half of it. So I was really broken, to the point that I thought life was over for me, you know? But thanks be to God, I have a support system, my family. Oh my gosh, my family, my everything. They helped me put myself together. When my husband and I started talking, at the time, I really was not ready to be in a relationship because I was done with men. I hadn't dated that many, but I was done with men overall. It didn't matter who you were, how established you were. I wasn't looking at nobody. I didn't want to talk to no one because I was done, you know? So, talking to my husband, I put my husband through hell. Oh my goodness. I was rude, mean with him. I didn't care at the time. I wasn't in the mood. Uh, but he was persistent. hmm When someone cares for you and, show you their true colors, and also don't hide from you their flaws, that is a keeper. It's up to the both of you to work on yourselves and also support each other, um, to build the life that each one of you want, with better understanding. Both hubby and I, we struggle with anger management. Oh, my anger management was up top, over the roof. But right now, I am so in control of my anger. I don't get angry easily. I do not kind of like stress on petty stuff because it's not going to get me anything. Things that will not benefit me, I don't focus on it no more. I have learned to delete a lot of things in my life that was holding me back or holding me hostage, or uh, keeping me where I was. I no longer hold on to it. For me, I really truly believe, your ex is your ex. Your ex is an inspiration person. They have aspired. You don't need to entertain your ex. If the two of you have children together, you only interact for the benefit of your child. It has to do with your child. Sister Aisha, Uncle Nguyen, mwah, with the X Factor. Welcome. Excuse me. So, don't entertain that person because they're no longer part of your life. But if you have a child together, you need to co-parenting and, do the best for your child or your children. But it does not go beyond that. You have some women, especially some women, they have a tendency of like they're no longer with their ex. The time that they were with their ex was not for them. They were not compatible. And now they with somebody else, and whatever is not going well in that current relationship, because they friends with their ex, they're going to tell their friend, their ex, what is happening. And then before they know it, they talk about friends with benefit. They sleeping together like, oh Lord Jesus Christ. I mean, like, seriously, there's a reason why your ex is your ex. They no longer you no longer in it together. You did not work out, and it's not going to change. But your ex will not hesitate to have sex with you if you allow it. They will sleep with you. They will laugh behind your back and so forth. They will even mess up a good relationship that you in because you have a misunderstanding, an argument. You can't handle that. You have to go and spill everything out to your ex because now your ex is your savior. I don't entertain my ex. Why? That person is no more. The person in your life should be your main focus. You need to build your own. You can't expect other people to build it for you. In many relationships, some people hear other people talk about good relationship that they're in. They didn't start out that way. They have to work for it. They build a foundation. It could be trust, loyalty, commitment, positive encouragement, determination, honesty, respect, support, so many things. So if that person, those couples are no longer there, and you, the one who is now currently with that person, and you step in, keep in mind you're not going to continue from where the other person left off. You're going to have to build your own. You're going to have to start over. It's not going to be that easy. So sometimes you have people, they insert themselves in other people's relationship, and fools within a relationship will fall for the third person. Good luck with that. That's your own decision. Anyhow, I have other priorities. Today was, I just came on because I just came on. I wanted to talk about mixed messages. I mean, like when you're in a relationship or you're married, please be honest. Learn effective communication. Learn to talk with one another. If you guys have differences, learn to solve your differences. Be respectful to yourself and your partner and people around you, because tomorrow never dies. You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Someone you could look down at could be your savior. So you need to be mindful and considerate of other people's feelings. On social media, we have people whose goal is to troll on other people and defame people, say whatever. At the end of the day, you can't do that. People have committed suicide because of missed messages, in relationships and marriages, or because of someone's lies, someone manipulations, someone, taking your power away from you, and someone duping you, cunning ways, to get into somebody's heart. If you don't like someone, you don't love someone, you don't care for someone, please do not lead the person on, because you don't know how fragile that person is, right? Don't be sending text messages, saying all the right words for someone that you truly don't care for. If you live in Ghana, someone lives in abroad, and you don't love the person, but you only entertaining that person and leading that person on because you want to travel abroad, stop it. Because everything that we do in life is going to come back to us. Don't think that what you get away with today or tomorrow, in the near future, it will not come back to you. Everything we do in life, good or bad, we're going to reap it. So we need to be mindful of that, of people's feelings. Since the pandemic, a lot of people went through stuff. Some people lost multiple family members. They can no longer see them no more. Some people have developed mental illness because of what a former partner, a friend, someone that they care for, a family member did to them, because people are not considerate. Some people are just evil and wicked. They were not born like that. It's a behavior learned, right? And some people, what they do behind closed door is like horrible. You would not even think that they would do such things, but yes, they do, right? So we just need to stop sending missed messages to people. I mean, a lot of people that knows me and watch me and talk to me knows that I'm married, but yet you still have some friends on Facebook, sending text messages that are inappropriate, sexually inappropriate. I don't respond, because sometimes there are some things that you just use plain ignoring. And there are people, whatever message I see, I'll just block you because I don't necessarily have to take that. Some people sexually abuse some women on social media, invade our privacy, the lack of boundaries. They don't respect our personal space. So that you need to stop. Miss messages. Stop it. Flirting with people, texting, sexing on phone and stuff. I don't do that. Like if I want to like have sex education, I'll come live and talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it secretly with you because I have a man that I can talk to at my house, my husband. As simple as that, right? That's what it is. So, Kay, like we started out, it wasn't really well for him because I put him through a lot of hell, I wasn't nice with him. I was really mean. At some point, with my best friend and family members, I was able to like, just um, give it a chance because he wasn't the one that hurt me at all. It was someone else. But I was done with men. But 18 years later, we are still together, right? Which is incredible. I care for my husband. I had feelings for him when we got married. I wasn't in love with him, but through his actions over the years, his transformation, my transformation, working on ourselves and working on our relationship and our marriages, 18 years later being together, I am madly in love with my husband. It didn't take overnight. It didn't take weeks. It didn't take months. It took years for me to be in love with my husband. Having chemistry is undeniable because having similar interests, care, developing, being compassion, having understanding, and share sense of humor can help romance between two people blossom, right? Relationship can start with text messaging one another, talking on the phone, video calls, and it could blossom from there. Some people have fallen in love through social media. Some people have had broken heart through social media. Some people through work, other people through a mutual friend, others, through a family member, or others, just strolling on the in the community and meeting someone and, you know, having an interest with the person, but have an open mind, be able to step outside your comfort zone, taking risks, but you have to do that with honesty, right? You have to do that being real. Show your personality. Don't hide yourself. Don't come into relationship or go into marriages with hidden agenda. It's never going to end well because at the end of the day, some people they may say, I don't care, but trust me, sometime down the line, you will reap what you sow and you may not like it. what you do to others, it will come back to you. So I'll leave you guys here. I'll see you guys later on in the afternoon on my end. At 3 p.m. US Eastern Time, Ghana time 7 p.m. with Self Samuel, of course. So you guys be safe. Have a happy Saturday. Take care of yourself and your family. I see y'all later. I have appointments, so gotta bounce. I can't be late. I gotta be there 15 minutes before my appointment. Appointment. I gotta wear my glasses. I have to be consistent with that too. Oh my goodness gracious, that's crazy.